Hi, this is Nico de Klerk, CEO of StreetBiz Foundation. I would just like to update you guys since 2019 and 2020. You know, the long walk happened in 2018 and what was it, 24th of November when I've stopped in Cape Town. So 2019, um, I started as a speaker at the Global Entrepreneurship Conference in Canada, in Toronto, where I had to speak about the long walk. That went very well and I enjoyed it very much. Came back to South Africa and did a week workshop with the informal trade management team led by Lulama. It was fantastic to have them for a week, and we are planning big stuff in the future. So then I went to Ohio, University of Ohio, as a uh, participant at the Institute for Democracy. It was sponsored by Kettering Foundation. It was a wonderful concept. And whenever I say I'm going to make a video of something later on, like deliberate dialogue, which was the focus of this at the Institute of Democracy. Yeah, I'll do something about that later, a separate video then. Then went to Voorheesburg in the Free State for the International Peace Day. It was fantastic having dialogue there between schools, and it was well organized. I then was invited to Masterpiece, a global organization, and I had basically 3 times the opportunity to present to something like 35 or 38 countries that were represented there in Tunisia. That's in North Africa. That's where Arab Spring started, where Mohammed Bouazizi started it way back in 2011. We had the boot camp of Masterpiece there. Now, coming out of that, very important, is that I got the license for StreetBiz Foundation for the Beer Nelson campaign. That's going to be launched this. I want to do it before the end of the year, 2020. It was delayed because of the COVID thing, but I'm going to go ahead online, and you will see a separate video on the Beer Nelson campaign. Yeah, I had the opportunity as speaker there. We went into the Sahara Desert. It was absolutely fabulous and a wonderful exposure with world delegates. My roommate from Pakistan, for instance. Then I went to Malta after that, which is very close, 40 minutes flight, as a speaker at the Institute for the Edward de Bono Institute at the University of Malta. Worked with their staff, and it was magnificent, the experience. And the whole event was planned because, yeah, the Long Walk won the global award for the best social development project in the world, 2018. The Edward de Bono Award, Reference Award, in his capacity as ambassador for the Life Learning Academia. And their conference was in Slovenia in 2019. And what a privilege to obviously also meet with Edward de Bono, the father of lateral thinking, where you don't just look for one solution, you look 5 or 7 solutions before you start thinking of taking a decision on the solution. But that will also be a separate video. I would like to talk more about the concept of lateral thinking. So, the 23rd of November was the Nelson Mandela lecture, and it was done in 2019 by Chief Judge Mogoeng, and he did fantastic. It was wonderful to be there. I was also part of the 2020 Nelson Mandela lecture. We met the other day online with the Secretary General of the United Nations. That was magnificent. I'm not going to go into describing everything, but it's world-class exposure. The 24th of November was now the 1-year celebration in 2019 of the long walk finish, successfully finished in Cape Town. So it was celebrated in Sharpeville, which I've also visited during a long walk, and we had like a workshop. We had a walk through the community. There was like refreshments. Everything was organized. I want to mention the name of one woman, Tsepang. Fantastic job that she did there. Then I was invited to Nepal, but for a walk in the Himalayas with 20 leaders, global leaders in social entrepreneurship. But unfortunately, couldn't raise enough money for that venture, and I had to step back from it. But next time. 2020 started with a fantastic, absolute fantastic opportunity of becoming professor in spiritual theology at Princeton University's theological seminary at the Department of Spiritual Theology. So the exposure that I got, fantastic. I can't complain. Then the lockdown happened, and I was actually caught here in the USA. And yeah, since then, I'm still here. It's now September. So I'm using the time. Fantastic. What happened in the meantime is that I got appointed as the director of the School for Social Innovation at the Huguenot College in Wellington, and that is connected to the University of Stellenbosch. So that is also fantastic. I'm looking forward going back, and we've got lots in planning for that. I'm using my time now here in the USA to communicate with township communities, other groups of interest from other cultural groups. I'm busy writing the Long Walk book and negotiating with publishers, John Wiley and Son and Palgrave Macmillan and Whip and Stock and Princeton University Press about the publishing of the Long Walk book in South Africa, the Long Walk in South Africa. Networking with fundraisers, communicating with authors, trying to organize exchange programs with different colleges and institutions for our township youth. And yeah, absolutely just looking forward to the B.A. Nelson campaign, the online business school in planning, other walks in South Africa, and then obviously now become a vlogger. Yeah, I've decided to start a blog, but yeah, now it's going to be videos. So looking forward to this venture going forward and to become a full-blown vlogger. Thank you guys, and God bless. Bye-bye.